to Almeda, Hedy, Maxine May Snyder's 90th birthday party. We are...
Jen, don't forget Jen.
Oh,
Jen. What's up? My daddy called me Jen.
All right, I
Is that going to be in the video?
Speaking of videos, now that we're all together, we have we have 19 copies of the video, a DVD that we'll give to the families so that you have that, and if we run out, we'll send you one. We have just a few copies of the CD that's playing in the other room, but we'll make more copies, and before you leave, we'll get a sign-up sheet so you put your name and address if you'd like a copy of the CD. And I also have a
May Rush Reunion 2001.
May Rush Reunion 2001, and I have also a list of what's on each of the slides for a little more of an explanation. And so, back to thanking you for being here for this wonderful occasion. I also want to thank Scott and Angela for letting us use their beautiful home for this wonderful party.
We'll open up for any 9-year-old.
All right, so if anybody's 99, let us know. But in addition to celebrating Aunt Hedy's 90th birthday, being born in 1919 on March 10th, we also have another birthday celebration today, and that's Savanah Shearouse. And Lanie's going to be 13 tomorrow. Wow. All right? Okay, so you were born in what year?
1996.
1996. So we have a birthday girl from 1919 and a birthday girl from 1996. So we thought it would be interesting to ask them a few questions about what her Aunt Hedy's life might have been like as a child, and what life is like for Lanie at her age. So we've enlisted Anne to propose the questions to the two birthday people, and so let's see what we get.
All right, well, thank you very much. And Lanie is my youngest daughter, so my last teenager, so that I'm celebrating.
So this is an interrogation.
You think they got to straighten out right now? Now let's see, I have my questions somewhere in my pockets, but I gotta find those receipts.
Lanie, can you move your chair together? Move your chairs a little closer. Great.
So I want you to be perfectly honest when you answer the questions, and don't spare details. We would like to know. We would like to know the details. Okay, so I'm going to start with Auntie Almeda here, because we're going to start with. I want you to tell us when you were your very youngest, your earliest childhood memories. Whatever, when you're the very youngest that you can remember when you were a little baby. Okay, so you
The
just go
very
first.
youngest I can remember, I must have been about 2 years old.
Okay.
And my mother, see, I was born when my mother was 40 years old. They were old people when and back then 40 was old. And my father was 7 years old. So I was with my parents wasn't nothing to retire from. He said, we're just tired, we're not retired. So my mother left to move. And those shacks was all open there. People was leaving the area. They knew there's something better somewhere. And there was shacks around. And the old Josh Smith house was on one side of this dirt road where the post from Vernon, 10 miles up. And they moved from there, moved across the road to the house I grew up in, they called the Sand Hills house. And I remembered in my brain, but I knew I was young, but I knew that the house across the road, see. So I'm about 2 years old, so I walk over there. Evidently, I don't remember doing it, but I remember my mother with one of those big old brooms you get stuff out and grow the old woods in. she whipped me all the way. Whipped me all the way back to one of them. That's where I grew up.
So that's your first memory.
That's my, all right.
Hey, Almeda.
Don't tell that same story with your mom.
Yeah,
All right, tell me what you know. I remember everything. I was a good girl. That might have formed my personality. I was a good girl after that.
All right, ladies' turn.
How long?
How long was I a good girl? I know right there. You ought to know. You better.
All right, ladies' turn.
Um,
Your earliest childhood memory.
I don't remember what from when I was really, really little,
Uh-huh.
but I do remember my first day in preschool. I remember crying.
Got to go to preschool. Yeah. Anything else about it?
I kicked my teacher.
Oh, that was nice.
Kick your teacher.
He's my after my mom left.
All righty, so now the next question has to do, I'm going to let Lanie go first this time. Lanie, what is your favorite food? You can be honest.
Chocolate.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Okay. All right, Almeda?
Collard greens.
I knew you were going to say that.
Cornbread, collard greens. Black eyed peas.
All right, so then when you were, go ahead.
That must be good eating if you live the 90s.
All right,
I
so the
still
next,
buy them. Ask Bill Bradle.
all right, so the next question is, what was your favorite toy when you were a little girl? What was your favorite
Me?
toy? Yeah, go ahead.
Toy. I didn't know what a toy was.
So did you, when you played with something, what did you
I
say?
didn't have nothing to play with. Yeah, absolutely nothing.
All right, ladies' turn.
Didn't know you're supposed to have something, you know.
When you were littler, what was your favorite toy?
My blankie. It was, my mom stitched it from a shirt she wore when I was born, and it was yellow, and it was cheap.
I still remember a computer game.
Big sister, yeah. All right. Now, when you went outside to play, when you were a little girl, what did you do with your friends?
I didn't have any friends. There was nobody out there.
Really?
Well, that's when I liked school, because I went to Vernon 10 miles away to school, so I enjoyed school.
All the other
Had
kids.
friends at school,
And, yeah.
but not out there.
How many kids were in your class when you were
13 when I graduated.
when you graduated? 13 seniors in your graduating
Yeah,
class.
1938.
All right. All right, Lanie, what about you? What do you and your friends do when you go outside to play?
Outside.
Outside.
Outside? Oh dear.
I don't really play outside.
All right, that's very good. All right, so Almeda, you know, Lanie is in 7th grade. So I want you to try to remember 7th grade in any way you can. And tell us a little bit about 7th grade.
I believe I was in the 6th grade. You said the 7th grade. I was in the 6th grade. How about the 6th
Go
grade?
ahead.
Okay, we were still in the old grammar school. They were building a new school, which turned out to be the high school. And I remember I was so upset. I made 100 every time the report card came out for spelling. I was always 100. Till 1 month, I missed the word mucilage. And then he shut me down to 99. And you thought about somebody who was mad.
Mucilage, what is mucilage?
How do you spell it?
M-U-C-I-L-A-G-E.
And what is it?
It's glue.
It's glue.
I think I spelled it M-U-S-C-I-L-A-G-E. But I was mad because he cut me down to 99 because I missed one word.
Can I ask
Mr.
one?
Roach. His name was Roach.
Mr. Roach.
Penny, can I ask one question about when you were in the 6th grade or 7th grade? Did your mother drive you in the car?
Human wagon, yes, car, no.
Yes, you stop whatever you do.
No, me and my brother used to walk a mile out to New Hope, you know New Hope,
Yep.
Church. And that's where we have our reunion every year. And I remember me and my brother Bill in the wintertime walking a mile to get the school bus out there. And it would rain and freeze, and we'd walk in icicles sticking up out of there.
All right, so in Florida.
That's good cold up there. It really does.
Right. Well, Lanie, tell us about 7th grade. Because some of you people don't have children.
I walk about 6 steps to get from my car to onto the bus, and then I go to school.
And tell us about 7th grade. How many kids are in your class? Any idea? 7th grade class.
24 per class.
How many classes did you guess?
I have 7 classes. So that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, a lot. Alrighty, let's see now. Almeda, when you were a young girl, how many pairs of shoes did you have?
One pair. My mother ordered from Sears Roebuck, and I would wear the sole fin the first half. Then my daddy had an old, it looked like a foot, you know, they'd put that on there and bang. But he had some old leather from other shoes or something, make me and sole it again, and that was for the next.
Now you were the youngest of 12, though. Didn't you have hand-me-down shoes, or no?
Honey, I didn't even know my brothers and sisters. They were gone before I was, you know. I remember Lottie and Maddie a little bit. And of course, Bill sort of grew up with me, but then he was gone by the time I was 12 years old, and we just seen.
All right, Lanie, how many pairs of shoes would you think you had?
30. Would you be mad if I said more?
That's good enough. All right, so Almeda, tell us now, when you needed food, how did you get your groceries?
Was it
What was that? What they call that? My mother, 12 kids, she raised 12. She raised our food. That's the reason I love gardening myself. I learned to do it with her a little bit. I didn't do much. She did. She had the rows of collard greens, the rows of black-eyed peas, the most delicious tomatoes you ever tasted in your life, all from the whole world. And we were fed off of that. And then the pigs running wild in the woods that we owned, they were slaughtered in the summer, in the winter, and put out in this smokehouse, and they build a little fire and they'd smoke it, you know. And then when she wanted to cook some collards, she took a knife, went out, just sliced up her a big fat meat, boiled it, put your collards in it, your black-eyed peas, and that's what cornbread. That's what we ate. But you don't forget now, they were getting along real good when he was young.
Right.
But see, as I say, this is a little depression, you know. Depression is.
So like things like rice and stuff. How'd you get rice?
Well, up in Vernon, they had a couple of stores up there. Mac Platter's store, No Man Parish, and you could buy a little rice up there. But then after the Depression, and Roosevelt got in, he started the WPA, you know, and the CCC and all that. So, which is now Big Highway 79, my father would go out there and dig around with the rest of them out there and maybe get a bag of rice, or a little bit of lard, or maybe a little coffee or something like that. No money. He didn't get no money. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, the question's a little one-sided because we all know how you get your groceries.
Hey, Mom, here's my list.
Lanie, what did your mother grow in her garden to feed you when you were
We can have some herbs growing at one point. They're my brothers, by the way. My brothers are showing up. Go ahead,
I have a question for both of you. And we'll start with Lanie. Lanie, from the good old days, if you had one thing to get back, you'd want to give, what would it be? From the good old days.
These are the good old days.
These are the good old days. Hey, I got a question.
Hedy.
Can you talk
don't know what a depression is. Drive up and down 4th Street, have a restaurant full of cars.
There you go, that's true, that's true.
All right, I only have one more question,
All right.
and this one is a little, I'm her mother, so we'll see how this goes. But how did your parents discipline you?
I wasn't a bad girl. I didn't do no wrong.
Anybody that can validate that?
All right,
There's nobody here that can. You can't forget it. This is the baby.
that's right, that's right.
So is she though, so is she.
That's right.
I was a baby too.
See?
Yeah, but her mom.
Yeah, the parents are like,
I'm
whatever.
explaining to you that.
I didn't, that one.
I know, man. I may have you. Can you remember?
I remember when I was little, I
Mom beat you.
took something from the kitchen and she put me over laughing. That was the one speaking I ever
Did you
got.
call 911?
Hey, TV. All right, yeah.
I have a question. Almeda, when you were a young girl, did you ever Twitter any of your friends?
How about
Instant message, did you have a little
texting.
texting? Did you ever text your friend? How did you communicate with your friends?
Did you blog?
What size cell phones did you have?
Well, you gotta remember now, she actually introduced herself. Think about that.
Anybody else have any ideas for a fun question for the kids?
Oh, yeah, I was a telephone operator for a long, long time. That's an air.
One question.
Go ahead, John.
Okay. And Almeda, tell them about Chipley stealing the courthouse.
About what?
Chipley stealing the courthouse from girls.
Oh, yeah, but I don't remember that. I read about that now, and I don't. I guess my mother and father might have talked about it, but I don't really remember them talking about it. Maybe I was.
You were 7 or 8 years old, probably.
Yeah, and didn't pay no attention.
Right. Didn't know about it at the time.
Yeah, I know we lived down in Ebro, and that's when he had his big log mill down there, My daddy had the logs, and get them in the Choctahatchee River and go down to Port St. Joe.
Load them down, Port
And he
Washington.
was a young man, and he had his sons helping him and whipping pickles. And I remember him talking about when I was a little girl that he had $600 in the bank at one time. And, that's something.
That'd be
When I
amazing.
came along, if I saw a nickel, I was lucky.
That'd be worth $1 million back then.
All right, so we are going to have a time for toasting, and we would encourage you, if you have something that you would like to say or share with our birthday girls, and I'm going to let my 13-year-old have a sip of champagne. Don't report me. Don't report me to anybody.
And that is the road to destruction.